Hey everybody, welcome back to our series about the Battle of Antietam here in Sharpsburg, Maryland. And this quiet little cemetery you see here is called the Mumma Cemetery. It was large and expanded after the war, and in 1874, these stone walls were added, and you can see all around this rather quiet cemetery. Now this was here prior to the battle, and the Orndorff family, who comes here from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, farms this land until Orndorff's, the patriarch, dies in 1797, and so forth. The family is then sells on in 1811 to the Mumma family. Now they were here at the time of the battle, but this cemetery was for private use, and no one ended up being buried here, at least from the casualties of the battle. Now, really, what's sad about the Mumma Cemetery is it was just a private little cemetery on their farm, as I said, but their house would have been back up here where you see this barn. And it was intentionally destroyed by Confederate troops who were worried that Union troops sharpshooters would get into there and be able to fire down onto them. We can't see it because we're on this high ground here, but fire down onto them in the sunken lane. Now, really, what's sad about that is that after the war, if there has been damage done to your house, your farm, your property by the Army of the Potomac or by the Union armies, you can set a claim against that damage and have the federal government reimburse you after the war, after the battle. But since their house was burned by the Confederates, there's no recompense. There's no way that they can get money. They did get money for destruction of crops. They did get money for destruction of their property, but they were never able to really rebuild. They dedicate the cemetery here to the members of the Dunker Church, pacifist sect, as I mentioned, down at the Dunker Church, which is right off in that direction. And they allowed certain members of the Dunker congregation to be buried here after the battle and into the future. So if I can think of a quiet place to lie my bones, adjacent to a historical landmark, of course, it would be here at this beautiful cemetery. It's a little short walk from the road, well worth visiting on your trip to Antietam National Battlefield in Sharpsburg, Maryland. I want to thank everyone who's liking and subscribing. I hope you're enjoying these videos about the Battle of Antietam and all these bugs. And we'll see you here soon on 1 Minute Walking Tours.